Yes, time for the post-series presentation here for the final Afghanistan versus Ireland T20I match 2024. We've seen a truly fantastic and such a memorable series between these two great old rivals, with the host Afghanistan completing a turnaround in this T20I series to take a win by 57 runs and indeed the series 2-1. Firstly, please allow me to introduce you to my presentation party. Starting next to me to my left, the legendary former all-round cricketer for Afghanistan, now the chairman of the Afghanistan Cricket Board, Mr. Mirwais Ashraf. Next to him is Mr. Rashid Khan, who is the Chief Executive Officer of the Afghanistan Cricket Board. Mr. Abdullah Gaber, the Chief Commercial Officer for Etisalat Afghanistan, is next to Mr. Matthew Wilshire, the Chairman of Etisalat Afghanistan, who signed that extended partnership with the Afghanistan Cricket Board. Next to Matthew is Mr. Williams Cherub Paramabil, the VAS manager for Eden Red. And then we've got Abhishek Jha, the board member for Hedge and Sachs. And then Mr. Abdul Rahman Fida, the Afghan General Counsel, Dubai. Gentlemen, you're all very welcome, and thank you so much all for your support. Great to have you alongside me. So before we get into things, just a final huge thanks to our sponsors. Indeed, Etisalat, who've signed that extended deal, also Super Cola, Bank Milli Afghan and Hedge Sachs for their valuable contribution of our sport. And for all the fans who attended tonight, thank you so much for being here to see that fantastic Afghanistan victory. Now, we've got plenty of awards to give out, and indeed we'll hear from both captains, find out who the player of the match is and the player of the series is. We're going to start with the stylish player of the match, who's going to receive a cheque for 25,000 Afghani that will be presented by Mr. Abdul Rahman Fida, the Afghan General Counsel, and it goes to a man who produced his career best bowling figures of 4 for 9 tonight. The winner of the stylish player of the match is Azmatullah Ormatzai. So he's going to receive his cheque for 25,000 Afghani. A wonderful bounce back spell from the all-rounder, and we wish you well going out to the IPL, Azmatullah. Our second award is going to be for the biggest six-hitter of the night. That'll be presented by Mr. Abhishek Jha, a board member of Hedge and Sachs, and they're going to receive a cheque for 40,000 Afghan. It goes to the highest scorer of the series today. He made a marvellous 72 with 3 sixes. It goes to Ibrahim Zadran. So Ibrahim will receive his cheque for 40,000 Afghani and pose for a celebratory photo as well. And now our next award is for the player of the match. And there were special mentions today for Azmatullah Ormatzai and Naveen ul Haq, who was outstanding with the new ball for Afghanistan. But again, this one is going to be presented. Firstly, a cheque for 50,000 Afghani by Mr. Williams Cherub Paramabil, the VAS manager for Eden Red. And then they're going to receive the player of the match trophy to be presented by Mr. Mirwais Ashraf, the chairman of the ACB. And it goes again for that innings of 72 of 51 to Ibrahim Zadran. So firstly, he's going to receive his cheque for 50,000 Afghanis. And then rather fittingly, he's going to receive his trophy next from Mirwais Ashraf. He's going to bring the cheque with him. Now, Ibrahim, we're going to have a short interview with you as well. Ibrahim, if you can come up and join me, that would be great. Ibrahim, many congratulations. A wonderful performance. You must be delighted with your innings of 72.
Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Yeah, I'm very happy with my performance today. So I didn't play well in the last 2 games, but I contributed in today's game.
Tell me about how good it feels to turn around the series and beat a very good Ireland side who played some great cricket themselves.
Yeah, Ireland, they played a good game in the first game of the series. They won from us, then we come back stronger. We won the second and third game. So from my side, especially, I wanted to play well in the last 2 games, but it didn't go on my way. So that's why I contributed today, and I wanted to play well in today's game.
You're one of the few players in this Afghanistan team in all 3 formats, Test match, ODI and T20I. Is that something you really enjoy, playing all the different paces?
Yeah, it's quite tough to play all 3 formats, but I'm trying to adjust myself with each format as soon as I can, so as quickly as I can. but I'm trying to enjoy it. So that's why if I play Test cricket, ODI, T20, so my aim is I try to enjoy it and I try to adjust myself very quickly to each and every format.
Finally, just a quick word about that T20 World Cup that's going to come up. How much are you and indeed your Afghan teammates looking forward to that World Cup out in the Caribbean?
Yeah, we don't have any series before the World Cup. We played 3, 4 series before that, so we will try to get prepared for that, and we will try to think that where should we improve. We already covered some things, that area we covered that we needed before the World Cup. But as a cricketer, as a player, I will work hard for the World Cup that which expect from me a lot. So everyone will try to have a good World Cup in USA.
Many congratulations, the player of the match today. You played brilliantly.
Thank you so much.
Okay, Ibrahim Zadran, what a performance from him. Sensational, the highest score, individual score of the series. We're going to call next upon Ireland's captain. We'll speak to Paul Sterling. Sterling, commiserations. It was a series that gripped us from start to finish, but really just that sixth and final innings ended up being the telling factor. You couldn't get that chase of 156 done.
Yeah, we were slightly off the pace tonight, beaten by the better side. Slightly disappointing way to end the series, but I'm really proud of some of the performance that we've put in. A couple of real magical spells from the bowlers up top, and Ben White to come back from injury and pick up those wickets in the first game. And a couple of other performances that will stand in good stead going forward.
Did you feel that 155 was just maybe 15 too many? Obviously, you're really going after it, you're up against it, difficult to chase under lights here.
I think it probably shows how good a knock that was from Zadran. It's hard to bowl in batsman here towards the back end, and he was in, certainly made us pay in those death overs at the end. Certainly 150 suggests here that it's probably few too many. But again, that's stuff that we've got to work on over the next 10 weeks before we reach the USA.
I think it's going to be 7 official T20Is before that T20 World Cup. The batting order in particular, is that something you might consider having a look at? So many different options and a good bit of depth.
I think we're getting to that stage where we're probably picking our best side in most of the games, and a little bit of consistency as well. You've got to pick your players and back them, and I think that's what we're going to do over the next couple of months, and we'll reassess as always after that.
Your reflections on the tour as a whole? Obviously disappointment losing both white ball series, but that historic first test match victory, it's going to live long in the memory for everyone involved in Irish cricket.
Yeah, 100%. Look, that test match was special. The tour as a whole has been brilliant. We love coming here to the UAE and playing against Afghanistan. They always seem to be great series, and we look forward to the next one.
Sterling, I want to wish you, your side, all the backroom staff, everyone involved, the very best for the T20 World Cup. You've been brilliant tourists here, and we've really enjoyed watching you play.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Paul Sterling, the captain of Ireland. Okay, time for the big award. It's the Player of the Series award. And we're going to give some special mentions once I tell you what they're going to win. It will be presented, the winner, with a cheque for 75,000 Afghani. That will be presented by Mr. Matthew Wilshire, the chairman of Etisalat, Afghanistan. They'll also receive a trophy for the Player of the Series, presented by Mr. Rashid Khan, the CEO of the ACB. Now, within the commentary box, there was plenty of discussion around this one, and there was special mentions for Ireland's Josh Little, Gareth Delaney, Ben White and Barry McCarthy, and for Afghanistan, Mohamed Nabi, and the youngster on his debut series in T20I cricket, Nangalia Kurote, were brilliant. But it goes to the man who coupled his 33 runs with the bat with being the leading wicket taker in the series. He took 8 wickets at an economy rate of just 3.75 and an average of 5.62. It goes to Afghanistan's hero, their captain, Rashid Khan. And he's going to receive his cheque for 75,000 Afghan, and also now the trophy for the Player of the Series. We're going to call upon him for an interview as well. He's going to speak to my co-commentator in just a moment after one more ceremonial photo. Big round of applause once more for the Player of the Series, Rashid Khan. He'll speak now to Ahmed Fadai.
Well, Rashid Khan, What a comeback to the international stage. Congratulations with the performance of the player of the series. 3 wickets in the first game, 4 to follow, and then 1 today. Only given away 12 runs, knowing that they were chasing 156. What a turnaround this has been. What a wonderful return to the international stage this has been for you. You win the series, and you've trusted the youth that has come along. How has this been for you?
Bismillah ar-Rahman Rahim. I think so happy to be on a winning side, winning the series, and yeah, I think it was a bit tough for me to come back after 3-4 months and perform a game as I was doing, but was a kind of fresh start for me. I just tried my best to enjoy my cricket, and yeah, it is a great series win for us, especially the youngster. You know, they came up, they observed that pressure inside, and they delivered as well. You know, wherever they got the opportunity, they delivered their performance, and especially the senior players like Nabi, Ibrahim, Azmat, Naveen, they stood up and they performed for the team. So happy for them.
Well, you talked about enjoyment. I believe everyone has enjoyed, especially the way you have performed, the entire team. You brought along the youth, the young players, Nangyalai Kharotai, to name one among the others. It's really important that as a captain you backed them. How do you see the future of the Afghanistan cricket into the hands of the young lads like Nangyalai Kharotai and the others?
Well, cricket is all about the enjoyment. You know, I think the more you enjoy, the better your performance inside, and that's how you have to give the kind of free hand to all the young. So just go there, express your talent, express your skills, and skills which brought you here. You just need to bring that skills in the middle as well, and especially Siddiq, Ijaz, Ishaq, and Nangyal. The way, you know, they came under pressure, they performed there. I think I'm so happy, and the future is very bright of Afghanistan cricket. Youngster coming, a very talented youngster coming, and the more they get the opportunity on this stage to play, I think the better they will become in future.
Well, you talk about the future, and we're just going to see the Afghanistan team playing in the T20 World Cup. How do you see the preparations going into the T20 World Cup for Afghanistan?
It's been great so far. I think we planned that from the last 1.5 to 2 years since I became the captain, and I think that was the only big event had in the mind that we had to perform in that World Cup. And I think the preparation has been great so far. We have done all the homework, and now it's, I think, just 2 months where we need to be well prepared and cover those areas where we are struggling, and to go to the World Cup with fully prepared and yeah, mentally and physically both.
Well, I think it was brilliant to see Ibrahim Zadran perform with the bat. It was equally important to see the Pacers performing, Naveen ul Haq, the man of the show, and then later on, Azmatullah Omarzai. It was the brilliance of the leadership, knowing that there was swing on the wicket, and that's why you gave 4 overs to Azmatullah Omarzai. That paid off. So really kudos to you. Wonderful tournament. Congratulations for being the player of the series, and you'll be taking that winner's trophy. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Okay, and now the next task I would give you, Rashid, please. I'll take that for you. There you go. If you could go and join, please, Mr. Miraz Ashraf, the chairman of the ACB, and Mr. Abdullah Gaber, the chief commercial officer of Etisalat Afghanistan, to be presented with this series trophy. The 2-1 winners, please give a big round of applause to Afghanistan. And after a few ceremonial photos, and Rashid, the final act I would ask you to do is go and join your team over with the champions board. Rashid, we'll just ask you to go and join your team. The champions again. Many congratulations to Rashid Khan and Afghanistan, the 2-1.